We want to begin this video by offering a poem. So, invitation is to be open to receive the poem. Maybe it speaks to you in a particular way. The Fire in the Song by David Whyte. The mouth opens and fills the air with its vibrant shape until the earth and the mouth become one shape. And the first word, your own word, spoken from that fire, surprises, burns, grieves you now, because you made that pact with a dark presence in your life. You made that pact with a dark presence in your life. He said, if you only stop singing, I'll make you safe. And he repeated the line, knowing you would hear, I'll make you safe. As the comforting sound of a door closed on the fear at last, his presence crept under your tongue and became the dim cave where you sheltered, and you grew in that small place, too frightened to remember the songs of the world, its impossible notes, and the sweet joy that flew out the door of your wild mouth as you spoke, as you sang. If you only stop singing, I will make you safe. Have you ever heard this voice inside of you? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe it has a different way, a different camouflage inside of you. Maybe it says something like, your voice is not good. Other people sing better than you. Better sing only in the shower, not in front of people. Don't go in the high notes. You're gonna lose it there.
Singing is an invitation to cross a threshold. And very often at the threshold, there is an inner being called the inner critic. An inner critic has very good intentions. He or she or they want to keep us safe. Because maybe back in our childhood, when we sang just like any free bird was singing, maybe someone laughed at us, or maybe we were criticized or ridiculed. So the inner critic learned to keep us safe, to make the beautiful voice that we carry smaller and to be shut down. Or maybe we grew up in a family or a culture where singing was not a practice, where singing didn't exist. So for many of us, including myself, for many years, singing was a very distant practice, unusual, that was destined maybe for people that were singing in choirs, or for people in musical school, or for priests in the church. So it's very often that when we want to sing, maybe for the first time after many years, to encounter maybe shame, maybe fear, maybe anxiety. And something that we can do in these moments is to embrace them and accept that they are normal and they are natural processes. And to come with consciousness at the threshold, to look at the inner critic, to embrace it with love and say, thank you for keeping me safe. But this time there is a voice, there is a sound that wants to come through me. And I feel that I will lose something if I don't sing it.
So the inner voice, the voice inside of us is still there. It's still there, although the inner critic is around. The voice is there and she's waiting. She's waiting for you to meet her and join forces and let her be expressed. That's why I think the poet is saying, your wild mouth opens and fills the air. And there is a surprise when we sing for the first time. There is a grief for all the moments that we wanted to sing but we could not sing, or we chose not to sing. And yet there is still time, there is ground now, there is maturity to meet the inner critic and say, I hear you. Thank you for reminding me to be safe. Now with consciousness, with mindfulness, I am choosing to cross this threshold and allow myself to be expressed, allow myself to be visible, allow my wildness to be listened in this world. And I'll just see how it is. I'll weave on the way. I'll let my soul speak through me and be heard.
And in this way, we may normalize or naturalize singing and make it a normal practice and get used to it. Because singing, it is a normal practice that we now need to reclaim and make it our own.
It is, yes. And in the end of the day, we're not calling you to be a perfect singer. Not at all, the opposite. We're inviting you to be a song weaver. To be a song weaver who is allowing their voice out in the world. And hopefully through this practice, we invite others to join our song. Just imagine that, how the world will change if more people were singing freely, naturally, wildly.
So now it's a moment for another song. And this time is a song that invites aliveness and laughter and smiles. Because very often when we are at the threshold and we engage in joyous singing, the inner critics relax and they can witness our way into singing. So we are inviting you to explore the new song, listen to it, and of course sing along with us. It's a beautiful song that has a special place for us.